So today I'm going to talk about virtualizing cloud computing, virtualization, and virtualizing legacy applications. So really trying to maximize the use of cloud computing with legacy applications in mind. A lot of customers want to use cloud computing, but they're stuck, they're locked in with their applications. So I'm going to focus on how can we get the benefits of cloud without having to necessarily rewrite the apps.
I will be speaking on the cloud and wireless integration in the applications that we can develop for communities and businesses in South Africa.
I was looking at the regulatory aspects of broadband and access to broadband and the availability of broadband, and how the regulator of the telecommunications industry can assist in facilitating access to broadband. If you have broadband, is what you need to access the cloud.
What I presented was some of our lessons that we learned through the process, some of the things that people need to be aware of when they go into one of these ventures. So really just a summary of probably the last 18 months of experience that we've got out of it, and where other people can gain out of our own experience.
You have to understand that cloud computing is already mature. South Africa has got the right infrastructure. It's got the right networking capability. There are some cost issues, but those are coming down rapidly anyway. The time is right. It is time to move to the cloud. You can.
So a conference like today really gives people a very broad view of what's happening in the industry. There are a lot of speakers from a lot of different organizations, and getting that kind of broad view in a very short period of time, and being able to be exposed to this many people with this many different viewpoints is pretty powerful. It gives you the ability to go back to your organization and make better informed decisions about what's happening now and what's going to happen tomorrow.
We're probably all using cloud services without realizing it. In many ways, they're old services in new bottles. But there is a lot of, from the legal perspective, from my perspective, there's a lot of legal challenges which the cloud presents. Things like data privacy, access to your data, jurisdiction that's applicable. So for lawyers, it's an exciting time.
Look, I think there's a lot of people that have heard about the technology, and they're probably thinking about it. They might have played around with it a bit, but they're probably struggling to maybe justify it, motivate it internally inside their organization. There will probably be business people that will come to the conference, and they will see other organizations that are through case studies, as well as some of the salespeople presenting the maturity levels and what is on offer. So I think it's a very important facet, because what it does is it gives people a bit more of a rounded view of what virtualization, as opposed to just a product view.
I think it's good that we all stakeholders in the area get together and have a common view on how to utilize this cloud computing into solving some of the problems that the existing systems have.
A company has two choices now. The one is to be dragged kicking and screaming by their users into the cloud, or to lead. Now, make no mistake, a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the data is already in the cloud, whether you like it or not. The question is, to what extent are you going to be able to control that? Because that data currently is in public clouds rather than private clouds. This is dangerous. Again, you have two choices only. Be led kicking and screaming, or lead the way.